सुस्वागतम विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो. आपण इयत्ता 10वी सायन्स अँड टेक्नॉलॉजी पार्ट सेकंड यामधील चॅप्टर नंबर 6 क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ ॲनिमल्स याला सुरुवात केलेली होती. यामध्ये आपण क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम, त्यानंतर इन विच बेस क्लासिफिकेशन इज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन either the presence or absence of notochord. The animal kingdom has been divided into two groups, non-chordates and chordates यांच्याबद्दलचा अभ्यास केला. त्यानंतर आपण कन्व्हेन्शनल सिस्टीम ऑफ ॲनिमल क्लासिफिकेशन यांच्याबद्दलचा अभ्यास केला. त्यानंतर लेवल्स ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन इन ऑर्गॅनिझम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी याबद्दल आपण अभ्यास केला की ज्यामध्ये प्रोटोप्लाझ्मिक ग्रेड ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन, सेल्युलर ग्रेड ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन, सेल टिश्यू ग्रेड ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन, टिश्यू ऑर्गन ग्रेड ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन, ऑर्गन सिस्टीम ग्रेड ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन यांच्याबद्दलचा स्टडी आपण केला. त्यानंतर असिमेट्रिकल बॉडी, रेडियल सिमेट्री, बायलॅटरल सिमेट्री याबद्दल देखील आपण अभ्यासलेले आहे. त्याच पद्धतीने जर्म लेयर्स आयदर डिप्लोब्लास्टिक और ट्रिप्लोब्लास्टिक याबद्दल देखील माहिती आपण पाहिलेली आहे. त्यानंतर किंगडम, बॉडी ऑर्गनायझेशन, बॉडी सिमेट्री, बॉडी कॅव्हिटी यांच्या मदतीने आपण फायलमचं क्लासिफिकेशन केलेलं होतं. यामध्ये आपण सर्वप्रथम फायलम पोरिफेरा याबद्दल देखील अभ्यास केलेला होता. आज आता आपल्याला फायलम सिलेंटेरेटा याबद्दल माहिती पाहिजे आहे. बॉडी ऑफ these animal is cylindrical or umbrella like. If it is cylindrical, it is called as a polyp, and if it is umbrella like, it is called as a medusa. Most of these animals are marine, only few are freshwater animals. Body of these animals is radially symmetrical and diploblastic. So in this type of phylum there are many examples like Hydra and others. These examples are seen in the figures. Our next phylum is Platyhelminthes. In this type of animals, body of these animals is slender and flat like a leaf or strip. Hence they are called as a flatworm. Most of these animals are endoparametics. Few are free living and aquatic. Body is acholomet and bilaterally symmetrical. These are triploblastic and their body is made up of 3 germ layers: endoderms, ectoderms and mesoderms. And the next point is these animals are hermaphrodite, that is male and female reproductive system are present in the same animal body. For example, tapeworm or etc. So liver flux is another example of this type of phylum. Our next phylum is Aschelminthes. Body of these animals is a long thread-like or cylindrical. Hence they are called as a roundworm. These animals are either free-living or endoparasite. Free-living animals are either aquatic or terrestrial. Body of these animals is triploblastic and pseudoclomatid. So body of these animals is a non-segmented and covered with tough cuticles. These animals are unisexual. For example, Flereia worm, Lioli, eyeworm or etc. Our next phylum is phylum Annelida. Body of these animals is long, cylindrical, and metamerically segmented. Most of these animals are free living, but few are ectoparasite. Free living animals may be marine or freshwater. These animals are triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical. They are having sucker for locomotion. Their body is covered with special cutels. These animals are either hermaphroditic or unisexual. For example, earthworm, leech, etc. And our next phylum is phylum Arthropoda. These animals are joint appendix, hence they are called as arthropods. Planet Earth has the highest number of animals from these phylum. Hence, this is largest phylum with highly successful animals in animal kingdom. These animals are found in all types of habitats. Body of these animals is triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical and segmented, and they are having exoskeleton present around their body. These animals are unisexual. For example, spider, scorpion, cockroach, butterfly, honeybee, etc. Then our next phylum is phylum Mollusca. Body of these animals is soft and slimy. Hence they are referred as a mollusca. This is second largest phylum in animal kingdom. These animals are aquatic or terrestrial. Most of the aquatic mollusca are marine, but few are freshwater. Body of these animals is triploblastic and non-segmented and soft. Then their body is divided into three divisions like head, foot, and visceral mass. Visceral mass is covered with mantles. These mantles secretes a hard shell-like structure. These shells may be external or internal or even absent in some cases. These animals are unisexual. Examples are snail, octopus, etc. Then our next phylum is phylum Hemichordate. Body of these animals is divided into three parts as a proboscis, collar and trunk. Notochord is present in proboscis. Hence they are called hemichordates. These animals are also called acorn worm. These animals are marine animals. Lives in burrow in sand. They have one to many pharyngeal gills. They are unisexual or some may be hermaphrodites. For example, Bell, Angelos, and Sacaglos. Then our next phylum is phylum Chordate. These animals have supporting notochord in their body. All chordates are included in the same phylum. The phylum Chordate is classified into three subphylum, following as the important chordates of phylum Chordate. Notochord is present in the body during least any developmental stage. Pharyngeal gills slides are present in the body during at least any developmental stage. Single tubular spinal cord is present on dorsal side of body. Heart is present on ventral side of body. So there are some subphylums, and in subphylums vertebrata is divided into 6 classes as follows. Class Cyclostomata. These animals have jaw less mouth provided with sucker. Their skin is soft without any scale. Pair appendage are absent. Endoskeleton is cartilaginous. Most of the animals are ectoparasites. For example, Petromyzon and Myxine. Our next class is class Pisces. These are cold-blooded aquatic animals living in marine and fresh water. Body is spindle shaped to minimize water resistance. They have paired and unpaired fin for swimming. Tail fin is useful as a streaming organ during swimming. Exoskeleton is in the form of scales and endoskeleton is either cartilaginous or bony. Respiration occurs with the gills. For example, rohu, seahorse, shark, electrical ray, stingray, etc. Our next class is Amphibia. These animals are strictly aquatic during larval life. Perform only aquatic respiration, whereas they can live in water as well as land. They have 2 pairs of appendage. Exoskeleton is absent. Internal air is absent, but tympanum is present. Neck is absent. Eyes are prominent with eye lights. For example, frog, salamander, toad, etc. Our next class is class Reptilia. According to course of animal evolution, these are first 2 terrestrial animals with creeping movement. These are cold-blooded animals. They creep on the land as their body cannot be lifted up. Their skin is dry and scaly. Neck is present between head and trunk. External air is absent. Digits are provided with claw. For example, tortoise, lizard, snake, etc. Our next class is class Aves. These vertebrates are completely adapted for aerial life. These are warm-blooded animals. Their body is spindle shaped to minimize air resistance during flight. Forelimbs are modified into wings. Exoskeleton is present in the form of feathers. Neck is present between head and trunk. Jaws are modified into beak. For example, peacock, parrot, pigeon, duck, penguin, etc. Then our next class is class Mammalia. Presence of mammary gland is a typical character of Mammalia. These animals are warm-blooded. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Digits are provided with nails, claw or hooks. Exoskeleton is in the form of hair or fur. For example, elephant, human, kangaroo, dolphin, bat, etc. So thank you.